And if you know me well enough, you already know what I want and what I need, because I'll drop hints all through November on my birthday month. And then whatever couldn't get on my birthday, hopefully I can get it on the tail end for Christmas.
I hear that. Well, I mean, what you need is right here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, can't wrap all this up, but you definitely can put a bow on it.
I know that's right.
No, but yeah. So I definitely want to talk about Travis. Travis Hunter's been in the news. He's a two-way player. Star for Colorado. Was number one player coming out of high school. Number one player in college this year. He just won the Heisman Trophy. But nothing wrong with him. The issue is his girlfriend. So the girlfriend he's dating, he's been dating her since he was in high school. She was in college, he was in high school. So that's probably the issue there. But he says he wants to marry her, but she doesn't seem like she wants him. She said multiple times that I wasn't attracted to him, and I'll play the clip real quick. But she said she wasn't attracted to him, and he's gung ho on marrying this young lady. I'm like, this is a cautionary tale to all my friends out there, but and all my athletes. But so, what do you think about that before we even show the clip?
Well, the funny thing is that I watched the show last night, and shout out to the real Stacey Prince, because he broke it down. And the thing is that a lot of us expect, because they're young, they're young. He's only 20, she's 23, and we expect these young kids to act like grown adults. Remember when you were 20 and I was 23? We did a lot of dumb shit, So she kind of explained herself, and you probably have the video, so I don't want to, go too far about when she explained about he wasn't initially her type. But I don't want to say too much. Go ahead and play your video, and then we can dissect it, because I may tell it all before you even show the video.
I got a few. Let's see. Let me put this video up. Let me go back. It's a short. I tried to get some short videos so we're not here all night.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like, we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long time.
Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone, because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like, we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during the week.
It was a Top Golf. That was our first day, Top Golf.
Yeah,
and then
I was still in hospital.
Yeah.
And I had school the next day.
The next day, because we went on a Sunday. Facts.
No.
So that's the first video. I got a couple more. But what you have to say about that one? I know you was talking about Stacey Prince. What do you have to say about that one?
Initially, everybody took this and ran with it. Oh, he wasn't my type. And sometimes that happens when you initially meet somebody and they're not your type. That's okay. But everybody took it as, oh, he's not my type. As soon as she found out who he was, now all of a sudden that's her type. And I get it, where we can see that. But we also got to see the other side of the coin. There's sometimes you meet people initially and they aren't your type. But as you spend more time with them and you get to know them, they kind of grow on you. And that's okay too, because these two kids been together for 5 years. There's some marriages that don't last 5 years. So you see, I'm kind of going to bring the positive side of things, because everybody wants to rip these kids apart. We're not really knowing the whole side of the story, because she did come back and explain to herself why she said he wasn't he wasn't her type. And I don't know if you have that video too, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but she kind of explained.
Have that video. I don't have it. I'll find it, but I don't have it right now.
So it's like she felt she had to explain herself, because she was getting so much flack. Everybody was calling her a gold digger. What is it? And I'm going to bring it to the race thing, because everybody loves to bring race into the situation. What is it different if he was dating a black woman. But the reason why she's getting so much flack is because she's non-black. That's what I think. Because what is it different from if she was dating a black woman or white woman? What does you know what I'm saying? What does it matter right away? Oh, she's a gold digger. They dug up people on who she used to date, and one was a NASCAR driver. One was she dates elite men. So what is it different from this young man? Right?
Yeah,
Go
I hear what
ahead.
you're saying.
Go ahead.
My issue would be, I don't care what color she is. If she was black, Latino, I mean, because her mom's black, her dad's Filipino.
A lot of people didn't know that.
Right. So I don't have a problem with the color of her skin. I have a problem with her saying he's friend zoned. I have a problem with her saying that I wasn't attracted to her. I mean, I wasn't attracted to him. He wasn't my type. And then all of a sudden, boom. And so I said on the panel the other day, I have a cousin that played pro basketball. He got with a girl who said basically the same thing, that she wasn't interested. She didn't like him. She didn't want to be with him. She ended up Googling him, and they end up getting married. And she dropped off. We'll have to get her back. They ended up getting married, and they got married. And after they got married, he ended up getting a gun charge because of her. So that's what I had to say about that. But give me 1 second. I want to pull something up. Let's see. What I had to say. I mean, I don't know what happened to Grace. She's dropping all the way off. She just can't get a life together over here. So it's all good. But this is what I really wanted to say.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
That's what I had to say about that situation. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but when Travis had crooked teeth, she wasn't messing with him. But anyway, that's what I had to say about that situation. I mean, I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with. First of all, I don't agree with it. If it was a guy of 23 years old and a girl. So let's see, she's 3 years older than him. If he was 17 and he was 20, how many women would have a problem with the man dating a woman that age? It's still in high school.
A lot of people will have a problem with that. Absolutely. But nowadays, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you guess. No. Go ahead.
But nowadays, a lot of people are, I mean, you got MILFs, you got cougars, you got people dating outside of their age range because they just don't connect with people their age. And again, I'm gonna debunk your thought process. The reason why she said that he wasn't her type initially was because he was dating somebody. And the girl was all on his Instagram. It was in his link. So she was like, I'm not going to date a cheater. So that's why she initially friend zoned him, and she explained herself. So, and then he doesn't have any money to dig right now. So he can protect himself by getting a prenup, and he's surrounded around enough men. Deion Sanders already said it. I'm going to make sure you get a prenup, and it's going to be this thick. So he has the opportunity to protect himself. You know?
He does. I mean, he had NIL money, whatever that money looks like. I don't know what he's getting in Colorado. Name, image, and likeness money. So I don't know what that looks like. He has a couple $. Women play the long game. I know this. Women play the long game. So she knew he's the number one player in high school. He's the number one. He's probably gonna be a pretty good player in college. I'm gonna hitch my train to his wagon and see where it goes. And it just happens to be he's gonna probably be a top 5 pick this year. So I mean, at the end of the day, she hitched her wagon to a good situation. She had an idea what was going on. I mean, she used to work in a gentleman's club, whether she was a bartender or talent. So she know what kind of man that looks like. And if he was dating, and if he was dating someone, why is she even entertaining him to begin with?
Why not? I mean, women want to hitch a good one for her future. Just like men want to marry somebody that is a wifey material. And I can't believe I'm on the side of a woman tonight, because if anybody knows my channel, I advocate for the men. But when you really break it down, I mean, they're so young right now. We haven't even given them the opportunity. We're already shooting bad karma over there. I mean, again, they've been together for 5 years. That's longer than some marriages nowadays.
Yeah.
And then she ain't bring this man no baby. Okay, she ain't got no baggage, and it's like, it's not like she's got her own thing going. She working on her master's, so it's not like she's a scrub. So she's bringing things to the table, but everybody's gold digger, gold. She explained herself that she didn't know how to act. That's why she didn't get up right away. This was his and his family's day. And she didn't want the limelight. I mean, she's 23 years old. She's at a Heisman Trophy award ceremony. Most of us wouldn't know how to act there either, who haven't been around celebrities, who haven't been around that kind of, when we expect certain people to know how to act right away. But we over here with our own 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies telling her how she should be acting, and things like that. And that's what we have to, like, chill with that. Give them a chance, wish them well, and hope for the best. But we're like already setting them up like he's going to fail in this. They're going to fail in this relationship. They've done more in a relationship than most people have done. Would you not say that, sir?
I would say they have. I would say they've done a lot of things. If it was my son, I would have some other things to say to him. But fortunately and unfortunately, he's not. But I don't know. I don't know where I hear what you're saying, but it goes back to our vetting process. I think I've seen enough women like this, and I don't want them to end up like a lot of. Now let's hope it goes well. I don't want to call bad on anyone's situation with his fiance or marriage or wife. I'm sorry. I don't want to say it's going to be bad situation, but there's a lot of red flags there. And if it was a woman dating a man with these many if I was telling a woman who's dating a man that had as many red flags as this lady does, I would have some questions and say some similar things to her as well. If he was dating Taylor Swift and he was just me, I would say, come on, Tay. We got to understand something. Look at the situation. He didn't know who you was. He heard Cruel Summer, and all of a sudden, he wants to be on your jock. So that's why. Matter of fact, speaking of Taylor Swift, I do want to play this Bow Wow clip. See what he says. It's a 3-minute clip, real quick, and then we'll react to that, and then we'll move on. Let me see.
Okay.
You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you weren't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type, but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? Travy. Check this out, gang. It's coming from your boy Bow Weezy, right? I never met you, don't know you, know nothing. But I will say this, because I've been watching from afar. I'm not the type of jumping people business, but I was once young, about to make a lot of money, and I know how this shit go. So I need you to hear me out. Number one, I don't want you feeling as though everybody jumping down your back or cats is hating. That's that young mentality. I want you to look at this like I care about you. And especially in our community and in this industry, not a lot of brothers get the opportunity like you about to get. You know what I mean? You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what is going on, gang, if we didn't get up, we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another page, NBA with heart eyes and the money tongue out. That's your fiance. Wake up, young brother. Fiancés don't move like that. I ain't never had one of my girls ever lay next to me in the same crib as me under another page, leaving heart eyes with the money tongue out. Total violation. That bitch would have been packing up her shit and get out my crib that day. I don't play that shit. You out. And it's like you so caught up in being in love with this, bro. I don't even think this woman really love you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you weren't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type, but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though. But you gotta ask yourself some questions. We not coming down on you, brother. We trying to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Before they end up. Last but not least, young brother, I want you to live your life, man. You young, man. I don't even think you're 24 yet. Do you know how much women are about to be thrown your way? Boy, you the Heisman Trophy Award winner. Can't no give you no advice better than me, because I was young with the bag and I'm still here doing and navigating through this whole shit. And I'm telling you from first-hand experience, brother, it's about to be so many women about to throw that thing your way, you ain't gonna be able to turn it down. So all it's gonna do is just lead to frustration and all type of bullshit in your household anyway. Young brother, snatch that ring back, get focused on what's important. It's hard to build your shit when you got a broad with you that's, bro, you in the media more for the broad than you is for the winning the Heisman. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So I don't give a look. Coach Prime got my number. You know how to hit me. I'm telling you, I ain't coming down on you. I ain't trying to hate on your situation. But my wake up.
All right, and the NBA player he's talking about is Anthony Edwards. She was on Instagram, and, you know, with the money, with the heart eyes and money sign. It was Anthony Edwards. So that was about Weezy. He said a mouthful. What you got to say about that, Grace?
Look, I have a son, and I get what he's telling him, but at the same time, you're uplifting the fact that you're gonna get all this pussy thrown at you and all this women. Why not say stay on your purpose? Concentrate on your football game. This young man has a 4.0 GPA, so he ain't no dumb jock, okay? And his teachers came and spoke for him. He's not your typical jock or where they did the work for him. He's earned this 4.0. And isn't that the point, is to build with somebody? You want to build with somebody at ground zero so you can build each other up, versus you're up here and now you got to pull somebody up with you. She's been there through the trenches with him. 5 years, people. Does that not count for anything? And again, and you probably didn't see the video, but she did come out and explain to herself why she initially said he wasn't her type. He was dating somebody already. So that's why he was friend zoned. And then finally they talked, they hooked up. 2 months instant messaging before they even met. And then they met. And this is 5 years later now. She hasn't dug any gold yet, because he's on his way. He really is on his way. But I just don't like the fact that he's emphasizing on all the pussy he's about to get, when he should be emphasizing on working on his craft, emphasizing on finishing his degree. But look what he's emphasizing on: pussy. That's what's going to get him in trouble. The STDs, the pregnancies. He's been with this chick for 5 years. He's familiar with her. Again, she not bringing no baby already to the table. He can only impregnate her if he chooses to impregnate her. He can have control of that. You see what I'm saying? A woman can only do to you. Well, I'm not just going to put it on the woman. I'm going to put it, a person can only do to you what you allow them to do to you. If you know you're not ready for no baby, then take the precautionary steps to not have a baby. Put her on birth control. Strap it up. But we can't put everything on her. Again, she's only 23 years old. He's only 20. Yes, he's green. He's got his nose wide open. But he's with Coach Deion Sanders. He's surrounded him. He comes from a 2-parent household. So it's not like he hasn't had the discipline and the structure and the lectures. So I'm cheering for them. I'm hoping that they work out and they prove everybody wrong, because he has a lot of time to prepare and prevent things from happening from the typical athlete with money. And I get what you say about women do it for the long haul. I get it. But you can set up a prenup where if you leave me, you won't get this. And if you do this, you won't get that. He can make it to the point where she's gonna have to stick it out, which is kind of discerning, but that's the world that we live in. That's what we about. Transactional. Okay, you give me a baby, you give me a family, you be my wife, then you'll get this, then you'll get that. Do what you're supposed to do. And then again, nobody knew that she's half black too. So again, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with race, but do you really think this conversation would have gotten as much flack as it getting now. And I appreciate Bow Wow for, dropping some gems on him. But you going in the mindset. All you keep bringing up was pussy, pussy, pussy. And you know what? No. Let's bring up your craft. Let's bring up your grades. Let's make sure you get a degree. So when you're done playing football, you have something to show for afterwards. It's all, and look, Professor, I lived this. I had a limousine company. I worked the Super Bowl, and I was able to, I got all the NFL prospects, Santana Moss when he was a rookie, when they were signing him, and I had all the rookies that year, and I saw how they entice him. I took him to the Playboy parties, all the parties, because we were there the whole Super Bowl week.
Oh yeah.
And I see how they get enticed. Instead of doing that, why are you not teaching these young men to have dick discipline? Why are you not teaching these men financial stability and how to spend their money and how to have a portfolio? But no, you're throwing them at parties, liquor, girls. I mean, they're part of the problem too. Do you see what I'm saying? What was your take on it?
I mean, the women went throwing Diddy parties. I know that. So, but no, so I hear what you're saying. Like, so when it comes to building, I'm on the same page with you. I believe that a lot of times, especially in our community, we don't build with we don't find a woman and build, especially our women and our men. We don't build together. That's why we have an issue with when it comes to generational wealth and wealth in general and trying to pass down things. We get started so late in the game that we have a hard time building wealth. So I believe in finding your mate, especially in college, and going through that struggle together. I get it. So we're on that same page there. I just have issues with her character. I'm a little iffy with her. And again, I don't care what color she is, what race, creed, whatever it is. It just, for me, it's a character thing. I would say something if she was a black woman. I would say something if she was Hispanic. I would say something if she was Asian, Mexican, whatever, or Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I would say something. Ultimately, it's going to be his life. Bow Wow was thrown. All Bow Wow really knows, Bow Wow was thrown pussy. Bow Wow was thrown money. Bow Wow was thrown baby oil, allegedly. I'm kidding. I don't know. I wasn't at the party. But I'm saying Bow Wow was a young kid in an adult world, and he probably seen a lot of things. And so I get where he's coming from, but we're on the same page when it comes to pussy. Has been here since day 2 or day 6, whenever God created it. Or maybe day 8. I don't know what it was. But if it was Diddy creating, it was day 26. But anyway, if she, it's just, I've seen it. I've been around a lot. Like you, I've been around a lot of athletes. There was Baron Davis. And I can share this story because it's nothing negative. Baron Davis, I knew when I was in high school. He was obviously a rookie or first year. The girl he was dating at the time, I don't know if he's married to her or not, but the girl he was dating at the time was a wonderful stand-up woman. If he married her, if he would have married her, I thought she was great. Whoever you're married to now, Baron, great. She's probably a great woman too. But the woman you dated your first couple years in the league in Charlotte, she was a wonderful woman. Conversely, there's another athlete, another teammate of his who was married to a stripper or ex-stripper. I'm sorry, and none of the wives liked her, none of the girlfriends liked her. She was always braggadocious. She didn't know how to act. She was rude. She was loud, and she didn't know how to conduct herself with the decorum that a wag, a wife and girlfriend, would conduct herself. And because of that, that athlete was looked on a certain way, and in that circle, your wife can sometimes be a detriment to you. If you look at Kurt Warner's wife, she used to say a lot of things. If you looked at what's my guy's name he played in Sacramento, he's a coach now, I forget his name, Doug Christie. People didn't like Doug Christie's wife because she was very voiceful and boisterous. They had a great relationship. They were married. They're still married to this day, but people just didn't like her. And when people don't like your wife, that can prevent you from getting contracts at the next level. Especially if your wife is boisterous or talking about the team or whatever it is, that could be an issue. Your wife is your reflection. And if you have a reflection that doesn't mirror what you're trying to present and trying to provide and put out there, it can prevent you from getting deals. It can prevent you from getting I'm talking about sponsorship deals. It can prevent you from getting additional contracts moving forward. It really depends. So I don't know her personally. I don't know him personally. Never met Coach Prime. But if you look at the way Coach Prime raised his kids, you don't hear anything about Shador or Shiloh or Deion Jr. But we know Deion got with Pilar, who allegedly was crazy. So he didn't, even if you look at him walking out, that was a crazy situation when he walked the kids out for senior day. So at the end of the day, like, you got to understand who you hitching your wagon to. I get being with someone young and growing together, but also understand that person is a direct reflection of you. And if that reflection is not what you want mirrored, then it can be a detriment to you. So that's what more my issue comes up, because of how she purports herself. And, she's on Instagram with the emojis and the money sign. More people are talking about her than they're talking about him and him winning the Heisman. More people are talking about her not standing up while he's winning the Heisman. More people are talking about when he was did well against Oklahoma. She wouldn't even give him a kiss. She backed off of him. Those are things that you get looked upon. And those are things that can hurt you, especially when you get into locker rooms. And those guys will get on you. Those guys will make fun of you, and if they, and that can prevent you from doing well at the next level. So that's more the issue I had with her, not necessarily what color of skin she is or how young she is or anything like that. But I agree, you should get hitched with somebody a little bit, hit your wagon someone earlier rather than later, especially when you made all the money. You don't know if they're there for you being a gold digger. You don't know if they're there for your money or they're there for you.
And I agree with you, because your spouse is a representative of who you are, an extension of who you are. You're absolutely right. However, I'm going back to the fact that they're both young. Your boy Travis, he's green. He's got his nose wide open. But I think that he's going to be okay, because he's got enough male influence circling around him that's going to get him right. And hopefully she gonna grow up and mature and get herself right. And if the so-called red flags continue, he knows what to do. Just don't make a baby. Because Bow Wow saying, oh, you know how much pussy's coming to you? Yeah, do you know how much headache is coming to you too? All the fake pregnancies, STDs, and everything he's gonna have to go through, and damage control. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. He's trying to do the right thing, but I just think Bow Wow should have came at a different angle to him. Don't praise on how much coochie gonna be thrown at you. Concentrate on the craft, getting your degree, and staying on your purpose. And I really feel that that's what Deion's gonna do for him. That's what Deion's gonna do for him.
I just hope he don't end up in LA. I hope the best for Travis, and I think his name.
I want the Jets to get him. I would love for the Jets to get him, but we're not gonna get him.
Why would you want him to be ruined? He would have no quarterback to throw the ball to him. Listen. My uncle's nephew played for the Jets, so I have no issue with the Jets. You probably drove him around at one point. We'll talk about that off air, because I don't like bringing people's names up. Baron, I can bring up because it's a good story. But no, I'm just saying it's. Yeah, he needs to come on to Charlotte. Come on down to the Carolina Panthers. Nothing could be viler than Travis Hunter in Carolina. And we'll get your hit show with a good old Southern Belle. Bless your heart. Clutch your pearls.
So you already trying to hook them up with somebody different. You ain't even giving them a chance. Oh.
Nah, I got a few of them that I can send his way. Matter of fact, if you don't know, Grown Men Talking, which is a channel I'm on Sundays, we do a panel. We have a relationship. We have a dating show called Meet to Marry in Charlotte. Travis, we'd love to have you on that show, man. We'd love to have you on Meet to Marry. Come on, Travis. We will find you a good old Southern charm girl with good cornbread.
and again, people's types change as they evolve. You ever thought about that too? Because the type of men that I like now, I would have never dated when I was in my 20s or 30s. I mean, we evolve and we change. So the fact that she said he wasn't my type at the beginning, there's sometimes people you don't like when you first meet them. But again, and I'll reiterate it, Professor, as you get to know them and talk about vital things, like, you know what? This guy, you know, may be okay. Like, I changed my standard with the height. I mean, you know, one of my homeboys told me one day, Grace, you know, you're so stuck on dating tall guys that you could be missing out on the best thing in your life because you disqualify them right away towards height. Right now, I'm in my point in my life where I like big guys. They keep me warm. They always got food. A lot
That's
of
what I'm
them know how
talking
to
about.
cook. We're always eating. We're going to eat good. We both going to eat. That's something that has changed because I go for, and come on, who doesn't really go for attraction first? We all do. We
Right, we
all
do.
do. But as we get older and we evolve, priorities change. I mean, I'll go as short as 5'9". That's it. I mean, I went from 6'2" to 5'9". I think that's fair.
Well, how tall are
You
you?
know,
Good gracious, you can't date a 5'9", dude. What's going on here?
I'm 5 feet. Okay,
So you want
I'm
to know if he's
5 feet.
5'9" or 6'12"? You don't know the difference. Come on now.
Wow.
Come on now. It's, it's why you need a big tall man for? What's that about?
Makes me feel safe.
Okay.
You know, it makes me feel protected and get warm. Because you know, you can keep you warm at night. You gotta be. You gotta have some meat on your bones for me. You gotta have some meat. You know,
Hey,
the bones is for the dog, the meat is for the woman. You know, you got to have some meat on your bones. I like it. And a lot of them enjoy eating, cooking, and don't mind doing that for you, which I do vice versa. But again, the whole point is that we evolve. Did you like this woman you like nowadays, Professor? Are they the same woman you like when you were in your 20s?
goddamn right. I've always liked non-black. I'm joking. No, I mean it's. I've always liked women. I, has it changed? Uh,
Has your taste
oh,
changed in women as you gotten older?
yeah, I don't like older women no more. I do. No, I mean, so if they're over 45, I like them. If they're under 45, I don't want nothing to do with it. So like 35, 36 to 45, I want nothing to do with them.
Why?
45 and up, because man, them people, yeah, I can't deal with that. It's so what I find nowadays is actually pretty weird, is that I find a lot of women, especially in the black culture, either they come with a bunch of tattoos or they come with kids. And I don't like neither one of that. And so, and then when they get that 35-year-old, they get to that point where, I'm making a certain amount of money. I need a dude to make this amount of money, or I don't want to do this. I'm traditional. And like, how are you traditional? You didn't suck with half the Miami Dolphins. So how are you traditional? It's just they come with a bunch of baggage and a bunch of uh relationship trauma that they haven't worked on, and that's more the issue I have. And then they come with things that just doesn't make sense. So 35 to 45, I don't like dealing with those women for the most part. I like the 28 to 34, 28 to 35-year-olds. I don't really go I like, or 45 plus, because the 45 plus, they know what a warm towel means. They know that they'll bring you the warm towel. The
The
28-year-olds, you
aftercare.
can the aftercare. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The 28-year-olds, you can teach them how to bring the warm towel. I mean, I have a towel warmer in my house. So I say, let's just go get a towel from out of there, baby. You good. So you teach them, there's some things they don't understand, they don't know. And I have no problem. I'm a natural born teacher. I can do that. That's why I have the professor moniker. The 45 years don't have to. The 35 to 45, it's like teaching the old dog new tricks. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to try nothing. They don't want to, they're stuck in their ways. And then if you get with them and you just say you marry them, then they want to have kids like tomorrow. Like, can we enjoy each other for a couple of days? And then have kids. 45, I know kids out the window, so we can just be balls to the wall, have all the good times, have all the fun we can have, right? Just be hitting it on the balcony with the window. I got floor ceiling windows, ceiling be wide open. Just have some fun. When I was 26, I was dating a 45-year-old. We just had a lot of good times, good fun. We cuddled from time to time. We chilled. We had a great time, and I've tried to not recreate that, but try to find it in someone else, because she's ruined it for everyone else. And I can't. I have a hard time finding it. I did find someone similar to that. I messed that one up, so I'll give myself that one. But a lot of these ladies out here, 35 to 45, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them for Bow Wow. Let Bow Wow have them.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do
Wow.
with them. Yeah. You can have them.
See, what I'm learning is, because, and I'm not ashamed to say my age. I'm 50. I just turned 50. So I kind of realized, man, I got to go older now, you know, because I can't, these young cats, you know, I want a commitment. But some of these young, older men, they're stuck in their ways and they've been married for years and they're so used to doing things and they got to be home by 10:30. They got to take their medication and, you know, they need more recovery time. And I get it. I'm learning this. And it's, you know, we stop 4 or 5 times in a 2-hour time period because they got to use the restroom more often than not. It's like, okay, I get it because everybody changes, things happen, but it's a lot of work because I mean, I was dating a gentleman and I had to cut him loose because, like, look, I'm too old to mold. You know, if you can't get the basics down, what happens when I give you the keys to the rocket ship? How you gonna navigate that? So I mean, and I don't mean to be sounding so like I'm not that picky, but there's just certain things that should just already be there at a certain age. And I don't have, I say I want to be led. I want to learn new things. I already raised a son. I'm not trying to raise somebody else's son. You know, that should have been done already.
No, you're exactly right. They need to, you know, pay the lunch. They need your job, and I hit it from one time. Your job is not to raise have a third child or a second child. It's your job. Your job is not to raise a man. The man should already be the man when you meet him. And if you got to do all this raising and all this hand holding, then yeah, you need to keep it pushing. These dudes need to get their life together and get a subscription to some blue pills because I ain't got no sponsorship, so I can't give no people out. But get some blue pills.
I know that's right. And so now what I do is I'm willing to date 10 years younger, which is 40, or 10 years older, which is 60. So that's you know, that's the range. I will not go with 30. I don't date men that don't have kids because I'm not for you're wasting my time and your time. I don't date men that have kids under 11. I've already been stepmom. I've already raised 3 boys that weren't mine. I've been there, done that. It's time for me to, like you said, let's enjoy each other. Let's travel. Let's go I have a kid. He's 18. He's in college. I'm an empty nester already. And I only have one. I have no ex-husband drama. I'm good. I can pick up and leave. I got a passport. I'm good. Let's go.
Let's get
Tell my son, hey, I'll be gone for 2 weeks. Here's some money. I'll holler.
That's what I'm trying to do because I got a 20-year-old and I don't know if I want to start over again. I haven't decided yet. I go back and forth, but a woman tells me she doesn't want kids, I automatically drop her off. But I'm like, I've had women tell me, yeah, I got 2 kids or I got 1 kid, but I don't want any more. All right, well, see you later. First of all, I don't want you because you got a kid. But anyway, if you do have a kid, cool. But you telling me at 30 years old you don't want any more kids? I don't want nothing to do with you. What do I need you for? I'm not gonna spend my resources on your kid and not get nothing out the deal. This is a whole bad deal all the way around. So that's why I say a lot of women either come with a bunch of kids or tattoos. I'm like, bro, I don't deal with all these neck and arm and sleeves. No, I can't deal with all them tattoos. Tattoos is cool, but I can't deal with it. And so I don't even mess with these young ladies. So I gotta get. I might have to go younger. I might have to go back to 25 or 24 or something. I might have to go to UNC Charlotte and hang out on campus for a little bit and deal with the TikTok dances or something. And because all these kids they learn everything off of TikTok. So I guess I need to get a TikTok subscription.
Well, you can hang out at a college graduation with a pack of Hubble Bubble. You
right.
with a pack of Hubble Bubble and a cooking book and a cookbook. You know, and
I'm like, listen, ladies,
because I like to eat. You know, you're gonna have to cook. So that's what you're gonna have to do. Me, I just you can tell right away. Like, another red flag with me with this gentleman was, it's not like he didn't have the money, but his phone will always get cut off every month. So right there, you're telling me you're bad with your finances. I mean, come on. You know, you're in your 50s. Come on. Well, again, it's not like he didn't have the money. He would forget to pay his bills. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell me you forgot to pay the mortgage?
Yep.
I mean, it's just, so these are things that I saw in the 90-day probationary period, and he just didn't make it. Didn't make it. And I really tried. But just didn't make it.
And it's funny because you talk about a cookbook, so I'll make sure that make sure to have a subscription to Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, Kaya, if you want to come this way, shorty swing my way. I know it's before your time. I get it. Not your time, but Kaya's time. She never heard that before. But no, I mean, if Kaya want to come this way, she definitely can. But like I said, I go to graduations with hard dick and bubblegum, and I'm fresh out of bubblegum. So yeah. So I mean. So we'll see what happens. But no, I just know I can't date girls the same age as my daughter. So every year she gets older, I got to go a year older as well. So she'll be 21 next year. So I got to start dating 22-year-olds. But I tried that before. That didn't work too well either because I don't know nothing about TikTok. So.
And another thing, Professor, my son is 6'4". So how do I look dating somebody that's 5'6"? What is my son going to do? Tap him on the head?
Well, I met a lady yesterday, right? Her dad played in her dad played in the NFL for quite some time. He's a quarterback. He's 6'4". She's dating a guy that's 6'7". So I mean, it'd be the same situation. He just like, "How you doing, sir?" And like, I mean, he don't have the money that guy has, but at the end of the day, he's 6'7". So the dad has to look up at him at all times. So even if your son has to look up, look down at his stepdaddy or his uncle, then then it is what it is. What up, Uncle Clifford?
My son be like, Mom, really? I mean, his dad is 6'9", and he came out. He caught the tall gene. He's 6'4", and I'm only 5 feet. So I did well. I did well for him.
I bet you did do well for him. He didn't have them. I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, that must
yeah,
have been
yeah. Let me tell you, his belly button was to my forehead. Okay, I already know what you were thinking.
So if his belly button at the forehead, you already know.
Oh Lord!
Right, exactly.
Shout out to Izzy.
Right. Oh Lord. Oh man, I gotta get the bishop on here. Get that clip on here. Oh man, we having fun. So if you like this reaction and want to watch another one, click here. But make sure you remember, class is always in session. Stay sharp, stay informed, stay distinguished.
They call me the distinguished